Story name: Why Mother-in-law Treats Her Daughter-in-Law Like This. While Prabha felt awkward in the love of Sushil's daughter-in-law like Aparna, she felt belonging in the dramatic love of daughter Ranju. Meanwhile, one day Prabha's husband Bharat suffered a heart attack and then, "Oh mom, the earrings are so beautiful. When did you take Ranju?" asked his mother, looking at the earrings in Prabha's ears. "Last month when it was our wedding anniversary, Sumbai Aparna gave me these earrings and your father a watch." "No idea when she bought all this," said Prabha. Ranju said with wide eyes, "Sister-in-law gave it." "Oh wow." After that, sighing, "She never gave me anything like this." Smiling at mother-in-law. Put a lot of makeup on, her attention was on the earrings. She said, "Nobody gave it to me, but mom, I really like your earrings. If you like it, take it baby, what's the big deal?" Saying this, Prabha immediately removed the earrings from his ears and gave them to Ranju. What will Aparna feel when she realizes that mother-in-law has given away the earrings she gave to her daughter? Prabha never thought about it. As soon as Prabha gave the earrings, Ranju immediately put them in his own ears. After that she made a sad face and said, "If you don't really want to give these earrings, mother, otherwise the people in the house, especially father, will say that whenever Ranju comes, he takes something or the other." "What are you saying baby? Who will say what to what? And don't you have a right to this house? If you like it, keep it. You wore it or I wore it, what's the big deal? Both are the same for me." "Really mom? Oh wow, how good you are," said Ranju and hugged his mother. "She always behaved like this. He kept what he liked. She did not even think about how much that thing is worth to the other person." Aparna bought those earrings for her mother-in-law with a lot of love and care. But Prabha gave it to the girl without any thought. She could tell that these earrings were bought for me by your sister-in-law very lovingly, so I will get you another one. But Prabha never appreciated her daughter-in-law's feelings in front of her daughter. "Mom, look, how do these earrings look to me?" "Looking good, don't you say mom?" asked Ranju, looking at himself in the mirror. "But mother, I have one complaint." "What other complaint is there now?" Prabha asked. "Not me, your son-in-law has a complaint. You had told them that you will give them the bracelet, but you have not brought it yet." "Oh yes, I remember." Prabha explained, "Baby, money is tight right now. As you know, your father gets a very low pension. Aparna and Manav's salary is the only household expenses. Don't tell me all this, mother. See what you and your son-in-law do together. Don't involve me," said Ranju, putting the earrings in her purse, and she left. "Did you give the earrings given by your mother-in-law to Ranju?" Bharat asked, seeing that there were no earrings in Prabha's ears. They noticed that Ranju had come and took the same earrings. "Huh, yes, she gave it away because she liked it," Prabha said somewhat hesitantly and started walking away, as she knew that Bharat would not remain silent after hearing this. "What did you say? Did you like her? What is one thing in your house that she doesn't like? Answer. Whenever it comes, it takes something with it. Doesn't she feel any shame?" When the day came, the daughter-in-law took her purse, which was given to her by her friends. "Just because someone doesn't say anything doesn't mean she'll do whatever she wants," said a furious Bharat. Infuriated by her husband's words, Prabha said, What wealth of yours has she taken, that makes you speak so much to her? Only the earrings were taken, what's the big deal? Ranju doesn't like you from the beginning. But today, Bharat's anger had risen. That's why he got angry and said, "Did anyone tell you not to give away your wealth? Give all you have to give. But, is it right to give away a gift given by someone out of love? How would you have felt if the mother-in-law had behaved like this? How lovingly she had brought the earrings for you and you did not even think for a moment about giving them to someone else. Why are you saying that to someone else like that? Hey, the girl is yours and I give my girl once, I give her forever, get it? A big spoonful of ginger, who, said Prabha, her mouth curving. Oh, your daughter is taking advantage of your affection, nothing more. What is she missing? Both husband and wife earn more than their son, daughter-in-law. But when did she think that let's take something worth at least 2 rupees for our parents? Never give up yours. Has she ever bought a toy for her niece? Never, she can only take it. Can't I see? I am seeing how much you discriminate between daughter and daughter-in-law. A daughter-in-law's love seems to you to be incongruous and a girl's drama is love. Don't look at me wide-eyed like that. You will understand someday, just see. Really, what kind of father are you? He also looks after the girl's happiness. I don't know what Ranjo has done to you that makes her always stare into your eyes, Prabha said in a tearful tone. Ah, little lady, Ranju, don't stare at my eyes. On the contrary, you don't like daughter-in-law Aparna. You sit at home all day and relax. You keep ordering. Don't you ever feel like helping your daughter-in-law with work and your daughter even forgets to move her arms and legs when she comes here? Aparna does everything for this house. Goes out and earns and also manages the house well. Still you have some complaint about her. Why do you discriminate so much between daughter and daughter-in-law? Earning and taking care of the house does not do us any favors. The house is hers, then who will take care of it? Prabha said in a tone of displeasure. Well, so the house is only hers, not yours? Whenever a girl comes, you do not let her hospitality go down. But don't you ever think, let's give at least a glass of water to the daughter-in-law who is tired from work. You can only tease. Oh, not only the daughter-in-law, but also her friends are hitting on you. Whenever they come, you say something bad to them. Do you think that they will not corrupt Aparna's mind against you and your daughter? So don't look at them, let them go. What stone am I banging my head against? It is difficult to even talk to you, Bharat left there, stamping his feet. But, Bharat was really talking. Aparna was doing a lot for this house, yet Prabha used to have a complaint against her. Be it relatives or neighbors, she used to tell everyone that to live in the state of daughter-in-law, we have to live with our mouths shut. Otherwise our son, daughter-in-law will never know when we will be sent to the old age home. Times have changed. Now not the daughter-in-law but the mother-in-law has to be afraid. Aparna used to lower her head listening to Prabha's words, but never spoke back. But the tears flowing from her eyes were a witness to the pain in her heart. As soon as Aparna stepped into this house, she considered Prabha as her own mother. But Prabha still considered her as someone else's daughter. Whatever Aparna did for Prabha, Prabha found it dramatic, and even if Ranjo once asked, "Mom, are you well?" Prabha's happiness would skyrocket. On that day, Aparna only said, "Mother, too much tea is not good for your health. Also, doctors have told you not to drink tea. I have brought Horlicks, drink this with milk," she says, placing the glass in front of Prabha. Prabha shook her hand and removed it from her hand and hit the table saying, "Don't give me advice in the name of doctor. Give what is asked for." Then she muttered, "Learn the drama of becoming good from Moti Ali, who teaches me." Everything about Aparna seemed to her to be frivolous and dramatic. Manav had gone out of town for office work. Aparna also went to her cousin's wedding. But in her heart she was afraid that her mother-in-law and father-in-law were left alone. Their health would not deteriorate, right? With this in mind, she had asked Ranjo to keep an eye on both of them and to come and see them at least once a day before getting married. On hearing this, Ranjo was angry and said, "Vahini, even if you had not told me, I would have taken care of my parents. What do you think? Are you alone to take care of them? I am his daughter, not his daughter-in-law, do you understand?" Aparna was very hurt by Ranjo's words, but remained silent. However, after Aparna left, Ranjo never came home, because she would have had to work when she did. Sometimes she used to call and inquire and also lied that she could not come to meet because of lack of time, but would definitely come as soon as she got time. Prabha used to think her daughter would not really have time or else she would have definitely come to meet. One night, Bharat's health suddenly deteriorated. Prabha was so scared that she had no idea what to do. She called Manav, but his phone was out of network area. After that she called her daughter Ranju. The bell was ringing, but no one was picking up the phone. Called son-in-law too, but he didn't pick up either. Prabha called Ranju and her husband several times, but no one picked up the phone. Maybe they were asleep so they didn't hear the phone ring, thought Prabha. Finally, reluctantly, she called Aparna. Aparna is scared to see Prabha's phone call so late at night. Before Prabha could say anything, Aparna asked, "Mom, what happened? Baba is fine, isn't she?" As soon as the sound of Prabha's screams came, she understood that something had definitely happened. She asked worriedly, "Mom, why are you crying? Tell me, mother, what happened?" After that, when she understood about her father-in-law, she said, "Don't worry, mother, nothing will happen to father." Saying, "I will do something," she hung up the phone and immediately called her friend Shona and told her what had happened. She requested Shona to take Baba to the hospital immediately. Aparna's friend, whom Prabha didn't even like to see and whom she constantly called Bengalan, had saved Bharat's life today because of her. Doctors said it was a major attack. If there was even a little delay in bringing the patient, it would have been difficult to save the life. By then Aparna and Manav also reached the hospital. After some time, Ranjo also came there with her husband and son. Seeing son, daughter-in-law, Prabha cried loudly and said, "If it wasn't for Shona, your father might not be alive today." Even Aparna's tears did not stop. If anything had happened to her father-in-law, she would never have been able to forgive herself. Hugging her mother-in-law, she said, "Don't cry, everything will be fine now." She thanked Shona from the bottom of her heart because she had saved her father-in-law's life. On the other hand, seeing his mother crying on his sister-in-law's neck, Ranjo also pretended to cry and said, "Mother, if something had happened to father, I would have lost my life too. I, who received your call, could not understand how unfortunate I am. When I saw your missed call in the morning and called you later, I understood everything. Otherwise no one would have told me anything here, said Ranju looking at Aparna angrily. She did not like Aparna getting close to Prabha. As she was trying to understand Prabha, her 7-year-old son Amol said, "Mother, why are you lying?" "Grandma, Mom is lying. We were watching a movie on TV when your call came. Seeing your phone, Mother said that I don't know who died in the night that my mother is bothering me. Papa said to her, 'Take the phone, maybe there is a big problem.' Still she didn't pick up the phone and didn't let them either. She continued to watch the movie comfortably. Everyone was surprised to hear Amol's speech. Even Ranju found it difficult to look up. Sometimes Prabha was staring at her grandson and sometimes at her daughter. As soon as the truth came out, Ranju felt overwhelmed. She was very shocked, so she hit her son and said, "What a madman, he talks about anything." After that she said, "Mother, it was someone else's phone, that's why I said so." "Is it small?" Prabha still couldn't believe that what he heard was true. She said, "It means you were awake at that time and your phone was also near you. Have you ever thought that your mother may be calling you so late at night for some important reason? You have well repaid my love and trust. Had it not been for Shona, I would have missed my fortune today. Today I realized that the love of my daughter-in-law was fake and fake. If your son had not told the truth, I would have continued to live in a false illusion." Seeing that the golden egg-laying hen was escaping from her hands, Ranju immediately came to the nest and said, "No, Mother, you are misunderstanding. There was a misunderstanding, baby, but now the blindfold of love over my eyes is open. Your father used to say rightly that you are taking advantage of my love. You don't even have a little love for me." Turning her back on her, she said to Aparna, "Come on, daughter-in-law, let's see if your father wants anything, right?" There was no looking back, because she was disillusioned. Today's story is for you. Let us know how you feel. Tell me for sure. Liked the story? Like the channel, share it. And subscribe the channel. Thank you, friends.